It's 4:40 p.m. in Canberra on Thursday, 12th of September 2019. So it is still September 11 in the United States. Steamboat, or at least it was, erupted 3 hours ago. Steamboat Geyser. Exactly 3 hours ago. 4 hours and 56 minutes since the Old Faithful went off. Now 3 hours and 1 minute ago, so what was that time? 11th of September, 3 hours and 1 minute ago. Steamboat Geyser went off at 9:40 p.m. 21:40. 9:40 p.m. Even weirder than what I predicted was going to happen has happened. Jacob equals 31. I said, what, 137? The weird thing is, Bad Mirror Boy equals 140. And that's what I've been on about. Because of what goes all the way back to 2002. Here it is. The time gap between these two eruptions here, was 140 days. And the reason it is meaningful is because Martan was born exactly 133 days after this eruption here. Martan was born on Friday, September 6. 133 days plus 7 days is 140 days. Friday the 13th. Well, I thought, okay, I'll go with Friday the 13th. As a reflection. That's tomorrow, so I said Steamboat Geyser is going to go off at 1:37 a.m. tomorrow morning. And I was talking about all that, and here it is. This is what I've been doing. This is what I've been talking about in most of my videos. I've been showing this. Now the weird thing is, 9:40 p.m. in Wyoming, the time Steamboat Geyser went off, as you just saw, that's 3 hours ago. 3 hours and 3 minutes ago, actually, because the time in Australia was 1:40. That was the time in Canberra. That's where Martan lives, in Canberra. The time in Canberra was 1:40 p.m. on Thursday. And Martan's words were, we can catch up next Thursday at 1 p.m. Those were his words in my dream. I had a feeling it wasn't exactly 1 p.m. There was a bit of a trick to it. So I went with the whole 137 bulb reflection thing. No, it was a bit more simple than that. It was 1:40. It's now 4:44. That's the time in Canberra. So it reflected the 140 itself, which is awesome. I mean, that's probably out of all, like, I don't think I've ever seen anything else like that, to be honest. Selwynne 117. That's the value of Selwynne. That's Martan's full name. His name's not really Martan, his name is Selwynne. 3 hours and 4 minutes. So, what is it now? 4:44. 3 hours and 4 minutes ago, Steamboat Geyser went off with its 67th eruption, and that's another thing. Martan equals 67. Even weirder. So, Bad Mirror Boy, I am Selwynne, Sexy Martan, the bad triplet mirror sign of triplets. I went with bulb as the clue and ran with that. I thought, oh, well, Friday the 13th in Canberra. Instead of that, it was 1:40 p.m. in Canberra, which is what I had at the top of the page. Bad Mirror Boy, 1:40. The number of days between those two eruptions. So for me, this is like bang on. even though it's wrong. It's bang on, even though it's wrong. It's bang on true. The reason I say that is because when I went outside, I made a video between 1 and 2. I was filming as Steamboat Geyser erupted. I was on my computer. I think I might have even had my camera pointed right at this. At this website. As it happened. Of course, they don't get reported instantly. There's a few minutes between the eruption and the report coming through. I went outside then, and I noticed the birds were acting weird. I commented in my video. September 6th. We can catch up next Thursday at 1 PM. Steamboat went off at 1:40. 3 hours and 6 minutes ago. That is so strange. And cool. That's the coolest coincidence I've ever seen. By a long shot. Probably wouldn't seem that way to you, but for me it is, because I know you can't really realistically predict things exactly. I mean, it's like winning the lottery. If you do, but this is different. This reflected. So even though what I said wasn't right, what happened is actually weirder than what I said. It's more blunt. It's more like, no, it's bad mirror boy, bang. There, take that. Thursday, September 12th is today. Because the dream was on my birthday, April 27. That's when I had the dream where Martan said, I said to Martan, I've been meaning to catch up with you. And he goes, we can catch up next Thursday at 1 PM. So I thought, oh yeah, that's a clue for next Thursday. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. I mean, am I in April? I think that's April. Yeah, that's my birthday there. So next Thursday, yeah. Because I was thinking the dates were wrong. 9, 16, but nothing was happening, and I was like, oh, okay. So I've been thinking next Thursday, when's it going to happen? And then I thought, hey, it does actually make sense. It could be the Thursday after Martin's birthday. So I went with Thursday the 12th in Wyoming and Friday the 13th in Canberra. Instead, it was Wednesday the 11th in Wyoming, 9:40 at night, 1:40 PM in Canberra, where Martan lives. Like I said, it's even better. It's more blunt. It's more like bang on. Not mucking around. 3 hours and 8 minutes since Steamboat erupted. So the time was bang on 9:40. 3 hours and 8 minutes ago. It's now 4:49 in Canberra. Wyoming is 16 hours difference. So if we go Wyoming, it's now 12:49. So it is now Thursday, 12th of September in Wyoming. Wow. I can't quite believe that happened, to be honest with you. Crazy weird. So does that mean what I said in my videos is true? About Imelda and Lorenzo? The triplet hurricanes? I think it does. I've got a feeling it does. Because something weird. The triplets, what are they called? These guys. That name, Furuya triplets, it's anime. Furuya triplets. See, one of them looks like a girl, and that's what I've been saying. Imelda is actually a boy. So you can see which one is Imelda. Imelda's the boy that looks like a girl. A pretty boy. Imelda's a pretty boy. And maybe even more so a prankster. A boy who deliberately dresses like a girl. And has a girl's name, Imelda. Because they're identical triplets. They're the same sex. Imelda's a clown. But she's a bad clown. Because she's the identical triplet of Dorian. And Lorenzo. they're not exactly good, if you know what I mean. So, well, you saw what Dorian did to the Bahamas. Yeah, not exactly good. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to roll with what I said. I can't not after that happened. That's like, yeah, full on. For me, that's full on. 3 hours, 11 minutes ago, since Steamboat erupted. It was 9:40 PM in Wyoming. So in Canberra, what was it? Oh, let's just go this way. It was 1:40. Three hours and 11 minutes ago. Daffodil is 57. It's 5 hours and 7 minutes since the Old Faithful erupted. There's current weather in Australia. Yeah, man, that's full on. Full on crazy weird. So I am going to roll with what I was saying. I reckon what I was saying is about right. Because the reflection came through strong. It wasn't 137, it was even weirder than that. It was what I had at the top of the page. No mucking around. 140. Bang. Bad mirror boy.